Now on CoastTV News.
The heavy rain is winding down this morning, but the winds remain pretty strong into the first half of the weekend. I'll track the winds on Futurecast and talk about a big warm-up for next week coming up next.
Revote on revision. That is what is being asked of people living in the Cape Henlopen School District. The change is made in a new referendum.
More online betting options in Delaware. We have details of the new bill that would expand sports wagering.
Biden beach bound today. The president prepares for his third trip in 4 months to his North Shore's home.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Friday, April 12th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during this 5 o'clock hour.
Paige, if you go back maybe about 3 hours ago, some intense rain left a good number of puddles on the road on the way in today.
Yeah, definitely. Be careful. You know the roads. If you're used to commuting this time, of the day, you know which roads puddle. I had a lot of trouble on the back roads in Milton, but, now I know where to avoid.
It's not a surprise, but it's always something you got to look out for.
Yeah, we just do want to remind you about that. But otherwise, it feels like a really great morning. Just watch out for those puddles, and we'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi to help you prepare the rest of your day. Hey, Bob.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, Delmarva. It's clearly garbage day. I saw garbage cans strewn everywhere, so it's our garbage day as well. I held off until later this morning to put the cans out, so you might be surprised. Your can might be down the street this morning. It was that windy last night. This is a 6-hour replay of the rain that moved through. We had some thunderstorms offshore as well, and still seeing some lingering showers. Right now, we're also seeing a little bit in the way of some clear skies and some stars, and it's breezy as well. A little light shower back through areas of the eastern shore, but there's more to come as we have a cold front back to our west and rain back through Virginia. That builds in a little later this morning. It's mild out there, low to mid 60s right now, even 58 in Bethany Beach, so a little cooler there, and gusty southerly winds 10 to around 20 miles per hour, but gusting even higher than that, over 25. We had gusts over 40 last night, but those winds are starting to back off, but we're still looking at some showers this morning, maybe a brief downpour, and then gusty winds continue. Then I think we shut the rain off into the afternoon, some sunshine and temperatures into the upper 60s, maybe a stray shower mid-afternoon, but things do calm down as far as the rain goes into the afternoon, but the winds persist with temperatures in the 60s and a windy Saturday and a calmer Sunday. Much more in your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Bob. We have an update on the effort in the Cape Henlopen School District to pay for several projects. Last night, the Board of Education voted to move forward with another referendum in May. This time, that indoor pool will not be part of it.
Superintendent Bob Fulton says as a result, the debt service request has gone down to 8 cents from the previous 20 cents called for in that failed March referendum.
According to the district, the increased current expense for a property assessed at $28,000 would cost around $85 annually. The district still wants to buy about 102 acres off of Cedar Grove Road to build a new bus maintenance facility and relocate the district office.
Some people at the meeting questioned the size of the property, but the district says it's planning for future growth.
It's hard to understand. We have so many families that just want to be here. People that don't live here that say they do. We have to say no to them and follow them and make sure they don't get in here because they know what we do here is better than other places. And they want their kids in our schools.
And Fulton says 2 new voting locations have been added at Beacon Middle School and the Lewis Library. The polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. It'll be on May 21st.
CoastTV News has confirmed Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings will not make another attempt to retry former State Auditor Kathy McGinnis on the misdemeanor conviction that was invalidated by the state Supreme Court. It was in February the court overturned the official misconduct misdemeanor, leaving the misdemeanor for conflict of interest as the only charge remaining of the several that were brought against the former Rehoboth Beach commissioner. The state had the option to retry her or let it go. They chose the latter. That conviction did make McGinnis the first sitting statewide office holder to ever be convicted of a crime.
It was on Thursday that we learned that O.J. Simpson had died at the age of 76. According to his family, the former NFL star, who was acquitted of murdering his ex-wife and Ron Goldman in a televised trial that gripped the nation, had succumbed to cancer. Simpson played 11 seasons in the National Football League, but his sports legacy took a backseat in the 1990s after his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson was killed. He was acquitted of both murders in a controversial verdict. 2 years later, he was found civilly liable for the double homicide, but it was a Las Vegas robbery in 2008 that ultimately sent him to prison for just over 9 years. As you saw on the Coast TV app, new this morning, just over 4 months into mobile sports betting in Delaware, we could see it become a larger industry in the first state. On Thursday, House Bill 365 was introduced. It would allow casinos to partner with several sports books. Licensed operators would be required to pay $500,000 for a 5-year license and return 18% of their monthly gross receipts. Rehoboth, Lewis, and Dewey Beach Representative Pete Schwarzkopf is a co-sponsor of the bill. The General Assembly says that a hearing on whether to move this bill forward will take place within 12 legislative days.
Mixed reactions to a site plan in Rehoboth Beach. It's this empty space of land by the traffic circle. So well over a year ago, the Clear Space Theater sold that lot after concerns about parking, traffic, and noise were raised. But then yesterday, the new owner of the property presented their plan for the vacant lot. The owner is looking to build 3 mixed-use buildings with retail space on the bottom. One person who works in Rehoboth Beach says the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue needs some TLC.
Every time I come here to work or something, it's always like you get that feeling that we really need more stuff in there because you don't see much stuff.
And city officials made the decision to move the plans forward to a public hearing where they'll further discuss legalities about the zoning.
Clear Space Theater's history with the property is a long and contentious one. In 2020 and 2021, there were back and forth planning meetings and appeals for Clear Space's plan to build its new theater there. In July 2021, lawmakers gave a $300,000 grant to help. But a year later, after some loud pushback by some people living near that area, they were concerned over traffic, lighting, and more, Clear Space scrapped its plans. It sold the property a few months later.
Later tonight, President Biden is scheduled to arrive at his North Shore's home near Rehoboth Beach. According to the itinerary that's put out by the White House, Biden should arrive on our coast right around 6 p.m. This weekend's trip has forced a change to a cleanup event by the Friends of Cape Henlopen State Park. That was scheduled for Saturday at Gordon's Pond, but that will now be held at the playground and the picnic area on the Lewis side of Cape Henlopen State Park. Biden has already made 9 trips to Delaware this year, including 2 to the beach. He made 11 trips to his North Shore's home just in 2023. Biden is expected to return to Washington on Sunday.
Happening today, people living in South Bethany could learn what their property tax rate will be for the upcoming fiscal year. This morning, the town council could approve its budget. What is proposed is good, perhaps expected news for those in South Bethany. No increase is on the table today. The current property rate is $1.30 per 100 acre of assessed value. The rental rate is 8% of gross receipts for both residential and commercial properties.
Also happening today in South Bethany, the town seeking a public input on a proposed change to an ordinance. The council is looking to amend the code regarding when building permits will be required within the town. If you're interested in sharing your opinion on this, the ordinance is now available for review at South Bethany Town Hall. There will be a public hearing on this proposed change on Friday at 9 a.m. In
Rehoboth Beach, more discussion on a proposed project for the Belhaven Hotel. According to the city, commissioners will review a site plan that aims to, quote, build a modern adaptation of the original Belhaven Hotel. It's according to one of the owners, Alex Papajohn. It was almost a year ago, in May, that city commissioners discussed concerns for the hotel, such as flooding and size. The plans will be reviewed today at 2 p.m.
Right now, all eyes on Arizona as the issue of abortion access continues to take center stage in national and state politics. Just as former President Donald Trump released a video calling abortion a states' rights issue, Arizona reinstated that 1864 law banning nearly all abortions.
And now Mr. Trump is changing his tune. Arizona candidates for U.S. Senate from both sides of the aisle are calling the 1864 law extreme. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how each party is reacting to the ruling.
Women's lives are in danger.
The Biden campaign releasing this ad in Arizona, blaming former President Trump for the state's controversial abortion ban.
Because of Donald Trump, millions of women lost the fundamental freedom to control their own bodies.
The ad also highlighting how Mr. Trump has taken credit for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Trump is now shifting his message, declaring abortion should be left to the states to decide.
The states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land, in this case, the law of the state.
Arizona's Supreme Court ruled Tuesday that the state could enforce a law from 1864, allowing a near-total ban on abortion. Trump backpedaling from his previous comment, saying the law went too far.
Did Arizona go too far? Yeah, they did, and that'll be straightened out.
A message echoed by both Republicans and Democrats in the state's U.S. Senate race.
This total ban on abortion that the Arizona Supreme Court just ruled on is out of line with where the people of this state are. The issue is less about banning abortion and more about saving babies.
As governor, I will continue to do everything in my power to ensure that women across the state can access the care that they need when they need it.
Voters are further energized.
I mean, nobody wants abortion. They just want to be able to have it as a choice.
No. I don't blame Trump personally. I blame the Republicans for this.
Trump accuses Democrats of trying to distract from other issues like immigration and the economy. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
So a lot more news to get to this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Here coming up, Fenwick Island wants to move one of its crosswalks to avoid illegal U-turns. We'll tell you about the debate over funding for this project.
Also ahead, school improvement plans for the first state. We're telling you the disappointing statistics that show many students are not up to par.
And Taylor TikTok return. The Grammy-winning singer's music is back on the popular app. We'll tell you why it may have been taken down in the first place. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH Fur's Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Whatever your struggle, there's hope. Call Homes for Hope to schedule your same-day appointment.
Here at Delaware Electric Cooperative, we don't have customers, we have members. Those we power own the cooperative and are entitled to all of its profits. Because we're a not-for-profit, we are focused on service. That's why our electric rates are the lowest in the region and why our employee family continues to achieve record reliability. Like the farmers who founded our co-op in the 1930s, we believe everyone is entitled to quality electric service. Member built, member owned. That's the DEC difference.
5:13 on this breezy Friday morning as the rain is winding down. Bay Health Camp 64 in Milford. You can see the wet pavement. Watch out for some strewn garbage cans and some puddles as well. The steady rain is winding down. Eastern Shore still seeing some sprinkles right now and even more rain back through Virginia, Maryland, and our nation's capital. We've got a couple of cold fronts, so we're not done with the rain yet. I think we're looking at more showers this morning. Temperatures are mild out the door, low to mid 60s, even some 50s along the coast right now, and those winds are pretty brisk out of the south, and they'll eventually turn to the southwest, but right now gusting over 20 miles per hour. So for the kiddos at the bus stop, they're gonna have to hang on to their hats and maybe bring a raincoat too. Still seeing some showers. 64 off to school and heading home. I think the rain's done, but it's still windy and it will be on the mild side in 67.
With our studios in Milton, Bob, you might want to pay attention to this one. The plans to build a McDonald's is moving forward. You may remember there was supersized drama with this one. The proposed spot for the new fast food restaurant would be here at 102 Broadkill Road. People fought the past ideas, saying it would be bad for Milton. Council plans to hear new plans this Tuesday. Happening today in Dewey Beach, town officials are looking at its policy of the placement of trees and tree removal. There will be a discussion. There's a possible vote on the table on how much of a penalty someone can be charged for improper tree removal within the town. Town will meet at 3:30 p.m. today.
All right, if Bob liked the McDonald's news, he's going to love this next news. Tay-Tay and TikTok back together. Bob likes Taylor Swift and TikTok. Now you're caught up. All right, well, Taylor Swift's music returned to the social media platform TikTok on Thursday after being gone for a few months. It was in January the Universal Music Group said its licensing agreement with TikTok was expiring. They then took music away from their artists, including T Swift, from the site. The statement also made reference to TikTok not paying, quote, fair value for the music. Well, if you enjoyed watching the Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan, there's some good news for you. The duo just signed on to executive produce 2 new shows for the streaming giant. Netflix said the 2 nonfiction series will be on lifestyle and the game of polo. Interesting. The lifestyle show will be curated by Meghan Markle. The second series will focus on the game of polo, which Prince Harry plays. All right, well, still ahead this morning, some disappointing statistics showing most kids in the first date are not up to par. We're telling you some details of the plan lawmakers are pushing for to combat this.
The heavy rain is winding down, still dealing with the winds out there. Irish Eyes Cam showing, well, quieter conditions, but still breezy and mild this morning. And the strong winds actually linger into a part of the weekend. And your weekend forecast, not too bad. And a big warm up next week. I'll have those details in 2 minutes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanga Kia of Salisbury.
Did you know there's more than one way to sell your home? If you can wait and want top dollar, use a real estate agent. But if you have tight deadlines, need fast cash, or just want to walk away, you might consider a professional home buyer. In less than 30 days, without making any repairs, waiting on buyer financing, or endless negotiations, your home could be sold. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Is the name of your bank changing again? The Farmers Bank of Willards has been a local independent bank for nearly 100 years. When you bank local, your money stays here in our community, where it benefits our local businesses, farms, and families. The Farmers Bank has real people ready to help and world-class features like our free mobile banking app with Lock-It debit card security, a Smart Cents savings program, and free checking with no minimum balance. Stop paying extra fees and switch to the Farmers Bank of Willards, where people matter.
Taking you back to the decade of neon colors, big hair, and of course, great music. Join me, April, every morning at 8 a.m. on 107.1 The Duck as I play some of your favorite tunes from back in the day. It's April's Awesome 80s, sponsored by Easton Auto Care and Denton Auto Care and Tire.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:18, and here is our live look at Lewis. Bob, just a few hours ago, there was some intense rain there, and you've been busy tabulating how much we received over the last couple of hours.
Absolutely, Matt. Hope everybody survived the storm okay. It was rocking and rolling out there last night. We had the wind, not a ton of rain, but enough rain to wet the grass and get everything green again. And, of course, we've seen a lot of rain lately and not a ton of rain once again. Prime Hook, about 6,100ths for you, a little over half an inch for Stockley, 5,700ths. Harbison, a little under a half inch, 4,800ths. Georgetown, 3,800ths. Indian River Inlet, a little less than a third of an inch at 3,200ths, and Lewis about 0.30 inches of rain, and we had the wind as well. We had winds over 40 miles per hour in Georgetown and Salisbury, and we'll take a look at those winds coming up a little bit later on. This is our 6-hour radar replay. You can see all the rain coming through. We had some rumbles of thunder as well. We had some bigger thunderstorms move offshore, and now things are quieting down. We're actually seeing some breaks in the overcast, but still some showers out there around East and back through Nanticoke, and still more rain back to the west. southwest, so don't put your rain gear away just yet, as we have a cold front moving through Hagerstown, Maryland, just west of D.C. right now. We've got showers along that front, and we'll be looking at more of those showers moving through the morning hours. So don't be deceived by the clearer skies right now. That will be short-lived as we're watching this big area of low pressure spinning across the Great Lakes and rotating in more of the clouds and rain. It's mild right now, temperatures in the low to mid 60s, some 50s along the coast. We'll see temperatures rise a few degrees today as the winds are still out of the south, around 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting to 24 in Ocean City, 13 in Redden. So they have backed off a little bit, but then they'll be picking up again later on as we see our flow become more southwest, as the winds will as well. And 9 a.m. still looking at more of those showers, maybe some heavier showers late this morning as the winds turn more westerly, and still a lingering shower into the afternoon with temperatures in the upper 60s. Then this evening we finally quiet it down, but I think we keep it mostly cloudy overnight, and by 7 a.m. tomorrow mainly cloudy with temperatures in the 40s and low 50s. It will be a windy Saturday with temperatures only struggling to get into the lower 60s. Then we clear it out and it's colder into Sunday morning. Look at this, the 40s are back, especially inland areas. And then as we go into the afternoon, wind shift to the southwest. We're looking at highs in the low to mid 70s. That'll be nicer. But look at these gusty winds this morning, 30 to 40 miles per hour. Then they shift to the west and gust over 30 miles per hour in a lot of places later this morning. And they're still gusty even into tonight and tomorrow morning, and still gusting over 30 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. So hang on to your hat and make sure you secure those outdoor items. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Windy the next couple of days. Rain winding down this morning, 68, and then 63 Saturday. A couple of chilly mornings in the 40s. And then we bounce into the 70s on Sunday, 73. And then next week, mid to upper 70s, close to 80 on Thursday. And right now, keeping it dry. But it's always good to have that umbrella handy. And Pat Daly from Fishing Creek, Maryland, is our Paul Davis umbrella giveaway winner today. Congratulations, Pat, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thanks, Bob. And other parts of our country, they are feeling the effects of bad weather. North Carolina was hit with strong storms Thursday, leaving thousands without power. Heavy downpours, strong wind, thunderstorms all reported throughout the state. You can see some of that damage it caused right there on your screen. Several homes and businesses had damage. Wind gusts reached up to 50 miles an hour in some areas.
Moving back to Delaware, a House bill is targeting public schools where less than 10% of students meet the standards for English language arts or math. House Bill 192 made it through one side of Legislative Hall last year, but the Senate hasn't weighed in yet. According to the bill sponsors, there are 17 schools statewide that would be required to create short and long-term improvement plans because 90% of their students don't meet grade level standards. According to Republican Representative Brian Shoup, the short-term goal is to get immediate assistance to students impacted. One woman we spoke with was surprised to hear about these issues in Delaware schools.
It does really surprise me. I guess I associate that more with like big cities, metropolitans, that happens. Again, it all starts with education. It all starts with at home, parents working with teachers. You want parents to be involved with their children and with their teachers.
The improvement plans outlined in this bill would be a joint effort between superintendents, the Department of Education, and school administrators. These plans would be made public and annual updates would be given. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what's most crucial for improving underperforming schools.
All right, 58% of you say it's parental involvement. I might have to get behind that one if you had to pick. 31% of you say more money, 9% more student resources. Just 2% of you say it's a teacher training. Most of you believing it starts at home. Or whatever you want to vote for, you can still vote. Go to coasttv.com or our mobile app. Right now, though, still ahead this morning, Fenwick-DelDOT debate. We're telling you why the mayor of that town thinks DelDOT should pay to move one of its sidewalks. Food, films, furry friends. Stick around for the cool things to do this weekend.
Wow! It looks great in here! Hey, Mark! I'm here to help, buddy! Sounds good! We're a little short-staffed. No problem! I brought my crew! Well, why not? Let's get started. Everybody needs a hot tub. Yeah! Who doesn't need a pool toy? Hey, put it back! So what you got here? It's a Finley O sauna for all your aches and pains. Yeah! So come see us at our new showroom, Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford. Why not?
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on Coast TV. Nearly 3 million people in America have glaucoma, and it's one of the leading causes of irreversible blindness. Traditional glaucoma surgeries come with a long potential list of complications, but new advances in minimally invasive glaucoma surgery, otherwise known as MIGS, is allowing us to treat glaucoma in a different way. MIGS allows us to use microscopic equipment to operate sooner and more safely. We were the first team to bring MIGS to the area, and fortunately for our patients, most insurance plans are now covering it.
For more information about Chesapeake Eye, click Delmarva Experts.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
At JD Asphalt, your driveway is our reputation. So we bring an experienced crew and state-of-the-art equipment out to every job site to ensure we deliver fast, premium results that's built to last.
JD Asphalt, built on family values
that have and will last as long as our asphalt. Paving a path to your satisfaction. Call now and ask about our 0% financing options available for up to 18 months. JD Asphalt, a family company for over 50 years.
Taking you back to the decade of neon colors, big hair, and of course, great music. Join me, April, every morning at 8 a.m. on 107.1 The Duck as I play some of your favorite tunes from back in the day. It's April's Awesome 80s, sponsored by Easton Auto Care and Denton Auto Care and Tire.
Illegal U-turns causing a debate in Fenwick Island, specifically between the state and the town. The town and DelDOT came up with an idea to move this crosswalk a couple of yards north to the opposite side of the intersection instead. This would allow cars to do U-turns legally. Pedestrians wouldn't have to worry about getting hit. But there's one problem. Who's paying the $75,000 to make the change? Fenwick Island's mayor saying DelDOT should be the one coughing up the money and adds that this change is a must.
Delaware has one of the highest per capita pedestrian fatality rate in the country. Here's an opportunity at Baird Street to make sure that we're not another statistic.
With both sides at a standstill, still no word on if this needed change would happen.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey back with us. We had a rough start to the morning, but we are looking at a better afternoon along the coast.
I think we are, Matt. We're looking at some of that rain this morning, but the wind stays with us all day. And along the beaches, you know, we talk about that coastal inundation. Could see up to a foot of water rise, some of those lower spots as we go through the morning hours at times of high tide. So watch out for that. Assateague and Chincoteague starting out in the 50s. It's windy today, warming into the 60s. I think any rain chances are mainly this morning and into this afternoon. We're seeing highs in the 60s. Farther up the coast, Fenwick Island and Ocean City, some showers this morning. Windy today and more sunshine this afternoon, and your temperatures into the mid 60s as waves are running around 3 to 5 feet. UV index is high with that afternoon sunshine, so have the sunscreen. And windy for Lewis and Rehoboth as you're already starting in the 60s, and you'll be topping out in the mid 60s. So a bumpy ride up to Cape May for the ferry ride today. It will be windy today into a part of the weekend, and it warms up Sunday and really big time into next week. I'll talk about that more coming up in a few minutes.
Well, there are more and more events happening all the time now as we inch closer towards summer.
Yeah, CoastTV News anchor Mallory Metzner has your weekend roundup of events. This weekend is packed with spring celebrations. If you like petting zoos and making Taylor Swift friendship bracelets, then head out to Springfest at Big Oyster Brewery from noon to 4 Sunday. Meanwhile, the first ever Lower Slower Delaware Festival runs until 7 p.m. The Salted Vines in Frankfort says this free event will have a vendor village, live music, food trucks, and a wine release. April showers bring May flowers, but the Brandywine Valley SPCA is getting ready for kitten showers. Learn how to bottle feed and care for infant kittens. Sink your sweet tooth into this one. Chocolate lovers can crawl through Rehoboth Beach on Saturday in the Harry K Foundation's second annual event. Stop at over 30 shops and vote for your favorite. History in Bloom tours with the Lewis Historical Society are happening all weekend long. The Coastal Delaware Running Festival is in town all weekend long. Nurses on the Run at Bay Health Sussex campus raises money for scholarships for nurses.
There are craft shows on Saturday at the Bridgeville Public Library and in Ocean City at St. Peter's Lutheran Church. Tidal Health's Health Fest is at West Seaford Elementary with nearly 20 different screenings. The Humane Animal Partners will provide free cat and dog vaccinations and wellness checks. Cape and Lopin State Park goers can plan for an action-packed Saturday. Search for shorebirds on their flight north. Meet at the Nature Center at 10 a.m. At Fort Miles, delve into the deep-sea mysteries of lost World War II submarine, the USS Albacore. Finally, get a taste of the wine, beer, and cheese in the park. Tickets are $30 at the door. Milford's 4th annual community cleanup is happening in Bicentennial Park. Meet the Friends of Cape and Lopin State Park at the playground picnic area off Cape and Lopin Drive at 8:45 a.m. Remove trash from around Concord Pond in Seaford from 10 to noon. Delaware semi-professional wind ensemble, the Delaware Winds, performs this weekend. They're in the midst of a side-by-side initiative inviting local students to join them on stage. See them Saturday at Dover High School at 7 p.m. and on Sunday at Cape and Lopin High School at 3 p.m. The Southern Delaware Orchestra also has a concert Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at Epworth United Methodist Church. The performance from the University of Delaware Jazz Band is co-presented by Dogfish Head. By the way, full disclosure, a member of the board of CoastTV's parent company, Draper Media, is a co-founder of Dogfish Head. For tickets to the events that require them, just head over to CoastTV.com.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Do you want longer-lasting appliances? No more water spots, scaling, or stains. Softer and brighter laundry? Start by refining your water with Shore Water Refining.
For over 50 years, we've been creating bottle-quality water right from your faucet. One of the best things you can do for your health is to drink pure, clean water. So call today for a free water test, a free system design, and mention this ad for 10% off a whole house system.
Affordable refined water, guaranteed. Only from Shore Water Refining.
Exterior home remodeling can be a stressful and time-consuming process, but it doesn't have to be.
With Advance, all it takes is one call to take care of it all.
Whether it's building your outdoor dream deck or updating your home's windows or siding, we provide quality craftsmanship for all of your home remodeling needs. Our experienced consultants will ease you through the process from the initial phone call to installation, so you can find a look you'll love for years to come.
Don't chance it, Advance it.
Is your crawl space wet and has a bad odor? Did you know the air you breathe in your home starts in your crawl space? Dark, damp spaces breed mold and mildew, which can be linked to allergies and asthma. Our dry time crawl space encapsulation will solve your moisture problems for good. Enjoy a drier, healthier, and more energy efficient home thanks to our unique understanding and experience of successful treating and eliminating crawl space moisture. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Sam Calagione here, inviting you to visit Dogfish this off-season. Enjoy daily specials at our locations like 12 wings for only $10 on Sundays and wood fire nights every Tuesday and Thursday in Rehoboth at Brewings and Eats. Or check out $15 lobsters on Lobster Sundays next door at Chesapeake and Maine. At Milton's Craft Brewery, visit us weekly for Monday trivia, Tuesday craft cocktail night, and more. Come explore goodness at our Dogfish locations this off-season. Cheers.
Now on Coast TV News.
The heavy rain is winding down this morning, but the winds remain pretty strong into the first half of the weekend. I'll track the winds on Futurecast and talk about a big warm-up for next week coming up next.
Rehoboth Ave retail plans. Could this empty lot on the west end of the city be home to new stores and apartments?
A break at the beach. President Biden's preparing today to make another trip to his North Shore's home.
Paying the same rate. That's the plan on the table today for property taxes in South Bethany.
This is Coast TV News Today.
April 12th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
It's 5:33 on this Friday morning. Paige,
Yes.
If you're just joining us, last half hour we're talking about the puddles on the road.
Yeah.
Paige, you said you saw other items on the road and you're
Not
driving
just puddles. Yeah, that's right. Your lawn furniture, if you live in Milton, check it this morning. It might be in the middle of the street.
Hey, that's a good point. I walked out. It was pouring. And one of our the little pillows that we have on our patio furniture was sitting in the middle of the sidewalk, soaked drenched. So I just left it for Shannon. No, I picked it up.
I was about to say, pause the show, Get your wife on the phone.
I thought, yeah, there could have been a punch to the arm on that one. But no, I did pick it up.
No, I know. I did not pick up your chair if it was in the middle of the road. Sorry. It was very big. It was like one of those like metal couches, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like long
Whoa,
ones.
that must have been some wind.
Yeah, it was something. So I'm really sorry, but just check your lawn furniture when you wake up this morning. We're here to help you out. So who else is here to help you out? First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy. Bob, can we expect any more lawn furniture getting blown around the place?
I don't know. Probably, Paige, but are people not heeding my advice?
You did say that.
Yesterday I said make sure you secure those outdoor items. And the garbage cans are out, and I saw garbage cans down and blown down the street and garbage out in the street as well. So, yeah, you got to be careful this morning because it's still windy, and that will continue into Saturday. The heavy rains have calmed down, and still seeing a shower now west of Del Mar and a few light showers into the eastern shore. But we've got even heavy rain back to the west with a cold front back through areas around D.C., Hagerstown, Maryland, and Richmond. So these showers will be heading our way this morning, so we're not done with the rain quite yet. It's mild out the door. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s, some 50s along the coast right now, and the winds still pretty strong out of the south, but they were really howling last night. But they're backing off a little bit, but still gusting over 20 miles per hour in some places. So we'll see those winds start to bend to the southwest. Here come the clouds and more showers as we go into, say, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. And then by about noon, we start to break up the clouds. It's still windy, and temperature's not bad into the upper 60s, and still maybe a stray shower by 3:30, but the main range should be done. UV index brought to us by Ocean City. Have your sunscreen handy. It's high today as we'll get the sunshine this afternoon. Hats, sunglasses, and sunscreen. And 6s, I don't know if this is good, all across the board into the upcoming weekend. We're in the high range, so the higher SPF, midday shade, and limited time outdoors. Much more in your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Got to start paying to the UV index. Thank you,
Yes.
Bob. Mixed reactions to a site plan in Rehoboth Beach. When you first enter Rehoboth Avenue, you may have noticed this empty space of land right by the traffic circle. Well, it was over a year ago the Clear Space Theater sold this lot after some people raised concerns about parking, traffic, and noise.
Yeah. Yesterday, the new owner of that property presented their plans for that vacant lot. And CoastTV News reporter Elise Weber shows us now why people in that area have mixed feelings over the new site plans.
This empty space of land at the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue, known as 413, 415, and 417 Rehoboth Avenue, could become this. Brazona Hakai, who works in the downtown area, says the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue is in need of some TLC.
Every time I come here to work or something, it's always like you get that feeling that we really need more stuff in there because it's not, you don't see much stuff. Like for example, when you enter the boardwalk, you see many stuff. You see like shops, you see the beach, fun land, like many things that you would be able to do. However, in the meantime, in the really beginning of the road, you don't see like that much stuff. So I feel like this is a really good thing to get started with because it would really maybe attract more people and tourists to come in and see Rehoboth Beach.
And the new property owner is looking to do just that. The owner is looking to build 3 mixed-use buildings with retail spaces on the bottom and living spaces on top. At a city planning and commission meeting on Thursday, city officials made the decision to move the plans forward to a public hearing where they will further discuss legalities about zoning. While some are on board with the idea, others, like Angela Manifold, worry about the project.
If they put more shops, it's really going to affect parking for everyone because there's limited parking now. And then by adding more shops, I mean, we can always use more shops, but the parking will be a big problem.
This large space of land has been empty for quite a while here at the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue. And although it's been over a year since the Clear Space Theater sold the land, people in the area say that they are still upset that the theater did not end up moving here. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Happening today, people living in South Bethany could learn what their property tax rates will be for the upcoming fiscal year. This morning, the town council could approve its budget. So what's proposed is good, perhaps expected news for those in South Bethany. No increase on the table today. The current property rate is $1.30 per 100 acre of assessed value. The rental rate is 8% of gross receipts for both residential and commercial properties.
In Rehoboth Beach, more discussion on a proposed project for the Bellhaven Hotel. According to the city commissioners, will review a site plan that aims to, quote, build a modern adaptation of the original Bellhaven Hotel. It's according to one of the owners, Alex Papajohn. It was almost a year ago in May that city commissioners discussed concerns for the hotel, such as flooding and size. The plans will be reviewed today at 2 p.m.
The LGBTQ plus nonprofit Sussex Pride was invited to the White House this week to discuss and hear from the Biden administration in reference to legislation that impacts those who live in Delaware. So pictured on your screen right now is Sussex Pride Executive Director David Mariner and ACLU of Delaware Executive Director Mike Brickner. They were both on hand for the event that covered everything from investments in roads to the internet, public transportation, school-based mental health, clean drinking water, and more. According to Executive Director Mariner, the community leaders in attendance represented the diversity of Delaware and Sussex County, including LGBTQ plus people.
Later tonight, President Biden is scheduled to arrive at his North Shores home near Rehoboth Beach. According to the itinerary that's been put out by the White House, we're expecting the president to arrive just after 6 p.m. This weekend's trip has forced a change to a cleanup event by the Friends of Cape Henlopen State Park. It was scheduled for Saturday at Gordon's Pond, which is the site of his landing. It will now be held at the playground and picnic area on the Lewis side of Cape Henlopen State Park. Biden has already made 9 trips to Delaware, including 2 to the beach this year. He made 11 trips to his North Shores home in 2023. Biden is expected to return to Washington on Sunday. We still have more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, a solar farm proposal set to be reviewed in Frankfurt. We're telling you where organizers are hoping to put the panels.
Also, Battle of Pennsylvania. Win over the Pirates would put the Phillies over the 500 mark. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Boats, RVs, pools and spas, tractors and golf carts, plus craft vendors, food trucks, and much more. Join the adventure and fun at the DSN Outdoors Expo at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington on Friday, April 19th from 4 to 8 and Saturday, April 20th from 10 to 4. Come see the ultimate outdoor experience, plus live wrestling matches and classic cars. It's free for the whole family. See you, Delmarva, at the DSN Outdoors Expo.
At BSD, we're here to serve you, our client. But did you know all that BSD has to offer? Everything for the inside and outside of your home. Decking, siding, trim, stairs, railings, hurricane shutters, kitchen and baths. And we install. As your local Anderson Diamond dealer, we also offer full service on all your Anderson products. Because Anderson backs their product with the best warranty in the industry. Visit one of our showrooms today and we'll show you all we have to offer.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
For me, working for a company that is so involved in the community means consistency, integrity, and it means success. My favorite part of working at Avery Hall is we're like a family. And when the client walked out and said, "You're a breath of fresh air, I love your aura," that made me feel like I educated the client and I gave them the information needed to make a logical decision. I'm Tracy Jones, Account Executive with Avery Hall Insurance.
It is exactly 5:43 on this windy Friday morning. Pretty mild as well in Salisbury, 65, Spicer Brothers Camp. A break from the rain, but more is on the way. In fact, a little shower now south of the Seaford area. Some of us are seeing the stars, but we've got more showers back to the west in Virginia and back into the D.C. area, and these will make their way onto Delmarva as we've got another cold front headed our way. Temperatures low to mid-60s, some 50s along the coast, and those winds are gusty out of the south, at times gusting over 20 miles per hour, and they'll gradually shift to the west and southwest. This morning, watch for puddles and objects on the roads. Yes, garbage cans, and Paige had mentioned there's a chair out there too, so be careful. Windy and mild this afternoon and a little drier. Call the Coast TV First Alert Weather Line. It's sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Delaware lawmakers are intensifying efforts to combat plastic pollutions in the state's natural areas and water bodies, but what they're doing now could be challenging for grocery shoppers. A new bill was introduced that would ban the sale of beverages packed in rings or other plastic containers. Think Coke cans or beer cans. The bill's sponsor says it's to protect humans from microplastics in our environment and wildlife from the plastic rings that can be swallowed or wrapped around their necks. The bill has been assigned to the Senate Environment, Energy, and Transportation Committee.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The Phillies were back in action last night, looking to start off the series with the Pittsburgh Pirates strong. And the Titans also trying to get back over 500 this season. Top of the fourth inning, no score Rangers. Suarez dealing. He strikes out. Ke'Bryan Hayes swinging. Later, Andrew McCutchen watches one fly by for the K. Next batter, Michael Taylor strikes out on a foul tip. Suarez allowed just 2 hits in 6 scoreless innings with 8 Ks. Bottom of the fourth inning, still no score. Alec Boehm drives one deep off of Jared Jones. Michael Taylor to the wall. He leaps up but can't make the catch. It's a solo home run, Boehm's first of the season. Take another look just over the glove of a leaping Taylor. Phillies lead 1-0. Seventh inning, same score. Brandon Marsh drives one the other way off Jones. It's off the wall for a double. It would bring around JT Realmuto for another run, but this play would have to be reviewed. Take another look at the replay. The ball hits behind the wall, bounces back into play. After review, the call's overturned to a 2-run home run. Phillies lead 3-0. 2 batters later, Bryson Stott crushes the Colin Holderman pitch for a 2-run home run of his own. It's his first of the season. Phillies win it 5-1. Game 2 of the series tonight at 6:40 at the Bank. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And don't forget, next weekend, you can join the Delmarva Sports Network at the Delaware State Fairgrounds for the DSN Outdoors Expo. Woo! Both indoor and outdoor vendors will be on site in the Dover Building, Kent and Schabinger Pavilions, and the camping area. It's showcasing everything outdoor. We're talking boats, RVs, hot tubs, hay, hunting, fishing, so much more. The DSN Outdoor Expo is April 19th and the 20th.
And hopefully the weather cooperates there for that event. And we're looking at the heavy rain winding down, but the winds are still pretty persistent. That continues today into the weekend. Sunday is looking calmer and warmer, and even warmer into next week. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Are you having one of those days where everything that can go wrong does? Meet Preston, a normal guy with extraordinary bad luck. This is where the law office trap nickel steps in. We've got your back, even when you fall on it. Our skilled personal injury team is committed to defending your rights and converting adversity into significant compensation. Don't hesitate. Get the justice you deserve. The law office of Trap Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Hi, it's Peter from McQueen's, and on the last episode we defined what a classic car was, 1994 and below. Now we're going to define 95 to 2024 model year. We need those cars as well. Rare cars, exotic cars, supercars, low mileage cars. If you want to get rid of those, give us a call. We'll come get them. Seriously, we'll come get them. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen's.
Are you dreaming of the perfect outdoor space where you can relax and entertain? Look no further than Delmarva's most trusted partner, Spicer Brothers. We pride ourselves on superior craftsmanship and only use the finest materials to create beautiful, durable decks. From classic wooden decks to low-maintenance PVC materials, we have the perfect solution for you. And right now, get a free Green Mountain Grill with your new deck. Plus, enjoy 0% financing with no payments and no interest for 18 months. Spicer Brothers, turning homeowners' dreams into reality for over 20 years.
Here at Delaware Electric Cooperative, we don't have customers, we have members. Those we power own the cooperative and are entitled to all of its profits. Because we're a not-for-profit, we are focused on service. That's why our electric rates are the lowest in the region and why our employee family continues to achieve record reliability. Like the farmers who founded our co-op in the 1930s, we believe everyone is entitled to quality electric service. Member built, member owned. That's the DEC difference.
It's 5:48 on your Friday morning. Let's take a live look right now at Salisbury. I bet, Bob, if we could get a little closer, we'd see the roads probably a little still wet, but not a bad morning to head to work on this Friday.
No, not bad at all, Paige. Still a little wet out there. We've been talking about some of that debris on the road. You had seen a chair in the road, I believe. I saw some garbage cans strewn. So watch out for the objects this morning, some puddles. We didn't have a lot of rain, but we did have that wind last night. The highest wind gust I could find was in Salisbury. You had a gust of 44. Millsboro, 38 miles per hour. Georgetown, 36. Slaughter Beach, you were also gusting over 30 miles per hour up to 34. Delmar, 33. And Prime Hook had a gust of 32. Those winds beginning to come down now, and the steady, real heavy rain is gone, but we're still looking at a few light showers, maybe a light shower around Seaford and Milford, and we're dry for now. Eastern Shore and back through Salisbury and Snow Hill are dry. However, we've got more rain back to the west. We have a couple of cold fronts we still have to see move through, and that's already triggering some showers, eastern parts of Virginia. That'll make its way over the Chesapeake Bay and into Delmarva here the next hour or so, and more showers back through Hagerstown, Maryland, and into Virginia as well. As we have this big spin of low pressure to the north, you see all the rain and that moisture still wrapping around. So we're in a little dry slot right now, but more rain fills in a little bit later on. It's mild out the door, temperatures in the low to mid 60s, some 50s along the coast. Winds not as strong as earlier, but they're coming out of the south and pretty gusty, over 20 miles per hour, 24 in Ocean City, and they'll be gusty pretty much all day as we have that little break now, but then the clouds fill back in at 9 o'clock. The winds start to pick up again, and we see more of those showers. Could be some heavier rain between about 9 and 11, and then as we go into the afternoon, we start to break up the overcast, but it's still windy, but it's mild with temperatures into the upper 60s. We clouded it over tonight. In fact, it's mainly cloudy tomorrow morning, still breezy, and 40s and 50s, and we'll see some sunshine Saturday, but another windy day and temperatures only in the low 60s for the afternoon. Then the winds finally quiet down into tomorrow night, and Sunday morning it's chilly with temperatures into the mid 40s. Might have to kick the heat on again. And then Sunday, sunshine, the winds turn to the southwest, and it's much milder with low to mid 70s. Gorgeous day on Sunday, a little cooler at the beaches as the winds that were howling earlier shift to the west as we go through the day, gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour, and still pretty strong tonight and even into Saturday, 130. Gusting at least 30 miles per hour. So it will be windy here the next couple of days. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. There it is. Windy today and tomorrow. 68 today. We're dipping into the 40s the next couple of mornings. 63 on Saturday. Maybe a stray shower. Otherwise partly cloudy. And then Sunday, milder, lighter winds, 73. And then next week, Monday through Thursday, mid to upper 70s, staying dry. A little cloudier Wednesday and Thursday, and near 80 by Thursday, but looking dry.
80. All right, Bob. Thank you. Dewey Beach nailing down how it's going to fight climate change. According to the town, the focus of a coming up committee meeting is to develop plans and recommendations for the town council. This will be for responsibility strategies and resilience to rising sea levels. On Saturday, the committee will meet to determine overall objectives.
Looking to bring solar energy to Frankfort, the Community Energy Initiative is seeking a land use application from Sussex County to build a solar farm. Farm would be on the east side on Route 113 near Lazy Lagoon Road, and the county will look at those plans next week. It'll be next Tuesday.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, ignoring important safety steps could leave your phone, computer, and your personal information open to hackers. We'll tell you what you need to know to protect yourself.
Discover why Gateway Subaru is Delmarva's destination dealership, earning our customers' trust and exceeding expectations. No matter where you live, experience the Gateway difference with our no-pressure sales approach and fair, honest pricing. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Need service fast? Our quick service lane is always ready. No appointment needed. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Wow, it's so much bigger than you realize. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the largest selection of tile from around the world. And they are the only Dow Tile Premier showroom on the shore. They have the knowledge and expertise to assist architects, designers, and homeowners, and are fully licensed to take on any job from start to finish. Family owned and operated since 1947. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
We traveled the country and the world looking for cool gems and antiques just for you, bringing a unique collection of items for the most interesting store at the beach. Here at Buddhas and Beads, we also buy estate jewelry, costume jewelry, gold and silver, or any antiques. We're always looking to build our collection. We buy one piece or an entire estate. We got a super cool shop, great prices, and we pay the most for your gold and silver. Come on in to Buddhas and Beads on Rehoboth Avenue.
Losing a beloved pet is difficult, and not knowing what to do next only makes it harder. Holloway Pet Cremation Services can make your loss a little easier. All you have to do is call. Our compassionate team will make prompt arrangements to receive your pet into our care for individual cremation. Then, we give you time for a private pickup. With options starting at $170, you can afford to treat them with the same care and respect as any member of your family. Holloway Pet Cremation Services, serving all of Delmarva.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Every day, more and more people become victims of cyber attacks. According to Astra Security, there are 22,000 a day, or one every 39 seconds, Paige.
Ouch. Alexa Lorenzo shows us what extra safety steps experts are recommending that could help you prevent it from happening to you.
Searching websites, scrolling social media, checking emails. Cybersecurity experts reveal the 5 mistakes people make that leave them open to hackers. First, using the same PIN for your phone lock screen as your bank. Next, if you keep your Bluetooth on 24/7. If you use Bluetooth in public spaces, that leaves your info open for others to steal. Do you leave your Wi-Fi network or router unprotected? Make sure your home Wi-Fi is locked and your router has a secure and unique password. Also, never hit unsubscribe on unsolicited spam. If you do this, you're confirming your email address. Instead, mark the email as spam. Also, never click on ads from random sites. Visit the brand website itself. The keys to staying safe? Have strong passwords. They should be long, at least 16 characters. Next, turn on multi-factor authentication. Make sure the operating system is always up to date. What do you do if you get hacked? First, disconnect your device from the internet immediately. Have it looked at by a specialist. But be cautious when calling telephone numbers for technical support that you find online. Scam artists are now creating authentic-looking websites to appear to be affiliated with your computer's manufacturer. Also, after being hacked, change all your passwords. I'm Alexa Lorenzo reporting.
It's 5:56. It's time now to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
Today's Coastal Pet of the Day coming to us from the Brandywine Valley SPCA, and on your screen right now is Aries. Aries will not hesitate to reach out of his kennel to grab someone's attention.
Aww.
He's a super social guy who wants to say hello and maybe meow to everyone.
Very sweet. If you're looking for a new cat, go pick up Aries. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos of your pets and tell us what makes them so special.
Yeah, you got that QR code there. Click that. That'll allow us to get to your pictures to us here, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It is almost 5:58 now. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Calming down after the storm this morning, Bob, as we make our way on this Friday morning.
Yes, but we still have to be vigilant out there this morning, guys, because we have objects in the roads, garbage cans, some lawn furniture, Paige had mentioned, and also some puddles, so watch out for that. Not done with the rain quite yet. I think we see another area of rain between about 9 and 11, and then it's windy into the afternoon. Temperatures into the mid to upper 60s as those winds shift to the southwest. Windy the next couple of days. Paul Davis 10-day forecast cooling down into the 40s Saturday and Sunday mornings. A high of only 63 Saturday, but 73 on Sunday. The wind relaxes. We're into the 70s next week, maybe 80 by Thursday. Looks like maybe another rain chance by Friday, and then, well, unfortunately, cooler and drier into next weekend.
Thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, more money from more sports betting. A new bill in Delaware's General Assembly that could increase online wagering options. That and more as we continue on Sports TV News Today.